Good day. I'd like to find myself a piece of music that I can put on to continue the thought, as the thought before I came on to do this video was the illusion I was perceiving. Obviously, there was an effect from the cause of MJ. She came into my life, number 23. MJ also comes into your life. You know, number 23 and number 59, they're the same. 2 and 3 is 5, and 5 and 9. 5 and 9 is 14. That's fine. Try to add up any two numbers that are not the same to 14. I mean, not the same to each other, and you will see you're always going to get one number 5. And the only number 5 you're ever going to get is 14. And it's all around the dice. I'm starting from scratch on this because I saw something that I liked. It was about Kyle, also about Vietnam. He was telling me a story. It was the third time this week. It was about Kyle in Vietnam. Korea. So now we're going to do, what was I talking about on this? Number 14. So let's do this together. 7 plus 7 is 14. 6 plus 8 is 14. 5 plus 9 is 14. Can we do anything else? 10 plus 4, that's 3 numbers. You change the whole scenario. When you start reverting these numbers, okay, when you start going, look at that. Look at that. Putting the needle in. I put the needle in. And I cut it like a knife. I believe the dangerous man speaketh as he hears the vibration, cutting off the sound of something else because he spoke it. So this is what we're going to do. 7 plus 7. 6 and 8. Okay. 5 and 9. I'm just separating it this way. 5 and 9 is 14. 7 and 7 is 14. 6 and 8 is 14. 14, 1 plus 4 equals 4. 1 times 4, no, this one, sorry, equals 5. 1 plus 4 equals 5. 1 times 4 equals 4. The total is 9, or 5 by 4 is 20. 0 equals 6. 29 plus 6. This is the first one. Now, how did we get the first one? We had to get one of these. Don't count the 7th gateway. Why am I not going to count the 7th gateway? Because of Kyle. From this side to this side to this side. Okay, dividing the C's. Okay, the 7 C's. I'm not sure where I should put the 7 C's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The dividing one, 7 up or 7 down. It's one or the other, because inside here is a doorway, and this stops here, and this one stops here. They don't meet each other. That's why in the E letter, if you take a look, this one's shorter, because it's in its own box. This one's diagonal. Or you can do the E letter, the only other way to do the E letter, okay, you have a whole box here, but in this one, the box is complete here. So this is your E and your F. See the way it completes the box? It cuts off the bottom one over here, but you have to have the same stand because you're in the same box. So you add on this, you take off this, and now you have your F, so you cannot make the E. The E is this way. You want to go the short way? We completed its box. It does not. It came to a corner, but then it would go down here, right? The extension is the C. But let's not regard this. Vietnam, Kyle, 14. We do all the 14s, and we have a total of 42. We have now we have to go 5 times 9. 5 and 9 is 14. 5 times 9 equals 45. Okay. This one equals 5. This one equals 9. Okay. This one equals 5. This one equals 4. Now we're going to go to the next one. 6 and 8 is 14. 6 plus 8 equals to 14. 6 times 8 equals to 48. This is the dog, this is the queen, this is the cat in the hat, and who's controlling the system. This number over here fits with this, 4 and 6, 8 and 2, 10 and 10. The total here is 62, which will recreate letters in the Hebrew alphabet in which we have to make designs around them. What you can do, but what is created, this is a continuous line. Now the question is, you come down to here? No. This house is already in its own. This one has to go up to here. And then what you do is you do connect them together, and then you have your cube in the center. So 6 and 8, 5 and 9, 7 plus 7 equals 14. 7 times 7 equals 49. 63 creation. 63, 62, 59. 59 plus 62 plus 63. Time inside Saturn, Venus, is the creation of 666. Why? Because once you walk into 3, you have to jump over to the next 3 because this 3 is taken. 6 is the reality is because it's here and it's here to this what's in the center. The outsides will have a double value to the center because they're both getting the center. Okay, so that was 6 and 3. So this is 9, 8, 9, 8, 5. This is the Silver Surfer birth. This is the H and I don't even want to tell you because if I say this is this and this is this and this is this, I can't put a picture on my pieces. My pieces have to be shapes that are null and void other than a little color I throw onto it. I can only say and what I believe and how strong I am about it. And I tell you this because right now I'm not strong about something. The thing I'm not strong is the reality of 8, 5, and 9. 8, 5, and 9 I know is time. I know is time. Because 9 only exists in 5. 6 plays the role of the one spirit of the two world heaven we are in. 4 parts. 2, 4, 6. 3 parts we play and we stick our butt end to the other part because we need to take part and give them part, which is the return of our thought. So 85 is the Silver Surfer. It also is a number in the number category 1, 10, 19, and 28. There is no 37. That's when we begin to connect to the red planet, Nibiru. I like to call it the red stone, if you don't mind. The other thing about this is the number to Neptune, the 8th planet, is 95. 1776, Einstein, all linked to this number. 5 and 8 is 13. 9 and 5 still makes your 14, left and right, and this is the 8, the 8th gate. Why? Because here, yes, I remember what I was saying. The Y letter is YZY. YZY. That's how we get it. That letter. 7 and 8, the 2 gateways. If you look at the cards, it's the 2 gateways. If you look at the dice, 7 out, 7 up. Which part of it? 7 up. I got a lot to say. Let me see where this part is. Where did I put it in? 7 up. 7 up. Calm. Oh, yes. They tell you the communication, right? Is a clam. Keep calm, clam down, clam down. Clam is 7. Clam up. They're trying to tell you. And stay calm means to clam up. The reality of what this is. I don't know, but that's what it is. Can you crack the code? Can you crack an egg? Crack cocaine? But wouldn't you think the reality of this world is marijuana? Mary Jane? 420? Specially coded in French is 80. The only 2 numbers that recreate itself to become 1010? Quatre-vingts, 80, 86, man's heaven. 168 on the cell phone, man's heaven communication. 3, center of the piano. 9, 8, and 7, They specialize in French by telling you a secret code. 7, 8, and 9, when it reaches 19, 17, 18, and also in 60, 80, and 90, they're all bringing out specialties about 18 and 19. But in the 20s, they don't, because 20 is made up of 10 and 10. 30 is made up of 10 in the center of the split worlds on each side. 40 is the two worlds, but then they say 50, and then all of a sudden it's 60. Soixante. And 60 goes all the way to 79. And 80 goes all the way to 99. So everything has been placed in language, in the alphabets, in their numbers, in the number of months, in the number of planets, in the days of the moon. I'm going to look back at my page over here. The aloe vera is also saying one of the lovers. The gold is the goal. And there's a big thing about, especially the original 6 hockey teams, which I have not sat down to do yet. Let me see where I am in here. I wasn't supposed to do a 10-minute video. This was supposed to be a 1-minute video. Now that I'm into 10 minutes, I can make it 12. I think we looked at this puzzle over here. If these 2 sticks go, then these 2 sticks can't go. See, this one goes down here. This one goes up here. So if I take this and put it on here. So we switch them up. The reality takes 4 areas. Takes 1 area. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. This takes twice the areas of this. I would say it takes 4, but when you say 4, you're actually saying 8, because this is 8. Each one of these is taking half of this and half of this. It's splitting each box twice up. Every box gets a value of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. Here, every box is getting its full value. It's all split in between. You're not cutting up any boxes. Did you know that 315 or 351 says ace? It's also the totality of the alphabet. There's a lot of things that go with it I do not want to mention because we were talking about number 14, so I want to go back to number 14. Just give me a second to look where it was. Here it is. So we have number 14. We have the cube. I drew the cube around the cross over here. I'm sorry, that's number 52. No, that's not the cross. That's not the cross. That's a kite that's flying in the sky. 106, 6, and 5 is 17. That is the gateway. 9, 11, 14. That is the heaven. 1 and 5, 1 and 4. Right over here, 1 and 4, number 14. Everything goes back to number 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 2 and 3 is 5. 3 and 2 is 5. So everything plays out of the 14 hole. Below the 14 is 11. Above the 14 is 17, the gateway. To the left of 14 is 13. To the right is 15. Zion, Israel, to the gateway, and below is 11K. So we have to understand what it means. Crack cocaine, 11K. Crack cocaine, KK, to understand the reality of the numbers. The totality of the numbers over here, if you add them up, is 170 plus 14 is 184. This says the spirit is within Neptune and Mars, and we play it out of Pluto. We play this out of Saturn. Why do we play this out of Saturn? Because in number realities, low shoe, 9 is Saturn. Instead of Mars, we play it out of Earth because now Saturn matches Earth. 6 and 4, the same thing, Zion, Israel. It's all a system. The Kyle, the vitamins, the islands, okay? 7 and 8 in the card is actually 666. The 7 has a revert, right? 7, 8, 9. This is the 14 area. 1 plus 4 equals 94 Uranus. 1 plus 4 equals 52, 103 Mercury. What did I just tell you? I just matched 2 different numerological counts, where Earth now gets number 4 and number 3, and Mars gets number 4 and number 1. And it creates the gateway. Because when you do this, let's do this. Let's do this. We'll do the gateway piano. 7, and then we'll do 1. I end up with a 4. But it could be the parking that brings in the light. That brings in 6. That brings in 7. That brings in 13. 1 and 3 is 4. Wrote this. Look at this. 1 times 6. 1 plus 6 equals to 7 equals to 6. 6 plus 7 equals to 13. 7 times 6 equals to 42. 13. 1 times 3. 1 plus 3 equals 2. 3 and 4. 3 times 4 equals to 7, and 12 equals to 19. This one equals to 1, and this one equals to 9. And we're going back to the theory of French. 19 is actually 10 and 9. Okay? It's actually 9, 1, and 9. Okay? But there's many ways to look at it. Because of French, the only actuality is 5. 4 and 1 and 4 and 1. That's the only way you can do it. 11 times 11 times 11 times 11 equals 14,641. 14, forget about the 5. 5 is in the center. Once it lives, it must live either with this one or with this one. It carries the extra spirit in it. Same number, 11 times 11 times 11. Okay, so this has nothing to do with me. The only reality I bring in here is I make an equation. I put it together so that everything that you want to compare can compare to that equation with those numbers, and everyone it's individual. And then you visit, hey, that's a nice jar. I have the same one. But I have flour in my jar. Looks like you have corn in your jar, but we have the same jar. It's the same size. We both have something, and so do you. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Do we end it now? I can't, because I just saw something else that makes me want to tell you. Because if I don't tell you, I ain't teaching me. Because I just saw it right now. I don't know the end result. Let's look at it down on the paper. This will recreate number 29, Einstein, and it creates this, the IT system, the hue. Whatever the hue means, it goes into this, and this is part of the sun. This equals to 30, which goes to 36, which brings me back to over here. Would you like to know how I get there? Let me look at it again. 21, oh, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Let's do it. It doesn't matter. I'm wrong, but I'm right at the same time. 21 and 8 is 29. Here's your 29. It's the IT system. IT equals to 5 times 4, 20. 5 plus 4, 9. We have to add 6 onto this because T is in the 20 family. Add 6 to 60. We get the 60 minutes on the clock, and this is number 8 in French. It's the oyster. However the oyster jiggles in the clam, I'm not sure. So that's your 54. This is your DNA. This is your AD DNA. 4 equals 60. 1 equals 34 equals 94. 60 gets a 6 equals to 70. So this is your 70. And your 34 makes 104. 10-4, good buddy. Jack D. Jack D. JD. So now you have 104, right? But 104, the 0, gets a 6. So now you have 164. You have Zion, Israel, and the time of Einstein of the relativity of how every single number connects down in the Fox house. 5 times 9 is 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equals 45. Okay. 6 and 8. Same thing. DNA. This one over here is Pluto. Connects to Mars. Saturn. Well, it's Pluto, Saturn, Mars. The reason it's Pluto, Saturn, Mars, because the number count to Pluto is 84. Saturn, Mars. The number count to Neptune, which is number 8, is 95. The planetary setup of Neptune is 8, but it's second from Pluto, so it's 2. So it becomes 2, 8, which is time heaven, to the system of 29, which is 5 and 4 connected. 9 times 6 is 54. So you connect 57, and that is the number to the moon, and 47 of the helmet of Christ, the wreath that we connect to. This is also the queen, and she can move. She's got points in all her helmet. She can move in any direction. This is the same time. This is 60. 8 equals 49 equals 109. Back to the same number we had over here, 109, which brought us the light from 1 and 4, the same way we started at 104. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 is 5 and 4. 5 and 4. This one is also 4. This is called 4, and you can call it 5. You can call this 5, 4 if you want. Why? Because the 1 is on that side, making the in-between 5 to the 4 that's on the outside. But you can only see 2 of this world, and if you turn it that way, 2 of that world. So it'd be 6, 2, 2, depending what your dice is, obviously. But I can't explain that part either, so just not, well, the end part, because I didn't complete it. So 8 equals 249. This equals to 60 is 109. Plus 6 equals to 115. Add up from 1 to 15. You want to talk about the voids, but it's 5, 8, 11. 115 is right at the beginning. 5, 8, 11. 5, 8, 11. 9 is like 11. How can I say 9 is like 11? To the left of 10 and to the right of 10, 9 is like 11. Whether you play it on the upper board or you play it on the lower board. The totality of this is 36, which is back to creation again. 7 times 7 is 49. You have Pluto, the gateways. The gateways are open to Mars. Gateways are open to Mars, DNA. Then you come over here, number 62, and all of a sudden you have 14 to DNA, but now you're living in Neptune and Mars. Now you come to number 59, you're back to Pluto, okay? And you're trapped by number 5. 5 goes over 9, and all you see is 5. And again, we have number 14. The last one of number 14, okay, is non-existent. But the only one that is possible to get the 14 is 2 times 7 equals 14. 2 plus 7 equals 9 equals to 23. 23, 2 and 3 is 5, 1 and 4 and 5, and that's the only way you can actually get that number. There's one other way, but this is what we're going to do, is the 7. Okay, in the 6th world, it's 7 plus 0. 0 equals 15. 7 plus 15 is 22, you bust. Okay, 7 and 15 are the pool balls, 7, 1, 5. 7 times 15 is 105, the hand of God, which is 70 and 35 out of Kansas City. Now, I'm going to tell you all kinds of stories about this, and there are, and I'd have to remember exactly how to put them together. This comes together. How do we get another number 23? How do I get another? Oh, yes. 3 times 5, 3 plus 5 equals to 15, equals to 8. That's right. I remembered that one. Okay, this one over here. This one will equal to your 8. This one will equal to your 9. This is your H and I. H and I of what? Of the BC world. 2 and 3. 8 and 2 or 8 and 3. 8 and 5 or 8 and 3. Whichever one you want. It's all going to cause a situation. But it's 23, 23. Here, it was the 7 ball with the 15 ball that I was speaking before. Here, okay, do you remember what I said? Because of 7 and 0. 0 equals 15, 7 and 15 is 22. That's why I said it, because it's 0, 7. It is the gateway. You cannot go to 7. You're already there. You're in the hole before you begin. Otherwise, you go 7 plus 9 equals 16. 1 and 6 is 7. Here it's 3 times 5, Herbie the car, red, white, and blue. I'm going to do a thing in red, white, and blue because it comes out really cool. 3 by 5, 3 plus 5. Now you got the 8 ball, but instead of the 7 ball, you have the 15 ball. The 15 ball that went in here because of 0, 7. In order to get to number 7 over here, okay, if you have to get to the gateway over here, you just add another 8. Or a 1. You put a 1, 1 is already in the numbers. 1, 3, 5 says ace. You are already in the heaven. You add 8 to it, you're still in the second heaven. You minus 1 from it, you're at the gateway. You minus 2 from it, you're in time heaven. 28. You minus 3, you're back to this. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 11. Now, I know it's a little confusing. I do too much. 24 minutes is a long video. I have to teach myself. I got to make like there's people here so I can slow it down and answer everything a little bit more broader. Have people asking those questions and telling me their stories so we can broaden this. So I have to play, well, like right now, where Mr. Tack Pans go? I don't know. Let me look for him. Oh, there I am. Yeah. I have to let my pal take part of the act out there. Like, I just changed my face, so like I'm not really who I am. I'm somebody else. Raphael 7286 on a constellation of Pegasus. It's a cold one out there, but wouldn't you like to break the ice when it's really cold? Or would you rather break the ice when it's The ice is already melted. And if you break the ice, it'll break apart in pieces like islands. But if you melt the ice, it'll float away. So you break it while it's islands, and then when it breaks away, it holds everything into position. The position is the North and the South Pole, the freezing deep into the ground, because if we show the sphere running underneath the ground, instead of just freezing the Earth on the outside crust of 4 feet, what about freezing the inside part of the Earth, like the apple core? Then it would actually turn this way if we break. Do you understand the torus movement through the Earth, bringing the cold in so that everything moves more of a, you know what I'm saying? Like we all think like, whoa, the Earth is just going to turn, right? But what if it's frozen and it's breaking apart? The gears are falling off. They're putting new gears. It's a new system. The Vega card is under the ground. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. I don't want to act too weird. Why not? Free the myth of Zazareth. Laser Lipa. Raphael ben Laser Lipa. Free the myth of Zazareth, the king of the sky. Lazarus, the strength of the Jubjub. Free the myth of Zazareth. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. I sent me a message. Thank you. Hey, Ronnie. Yeah. What do you want to call me? You Ronald or Ronnie? You play Mr. Tack? No, I don't play Mr. Tack Pants with you. This is between me and you. Mr. Tack Pants, he gets out there and whatever he does, it's just TV. You know what I'm saying? Don't take him too serious. Although he seems to believe in everything he... does he believe at all? Well, he's never sure. He always takes two sides. But I do know one thing. I think the next song I want to listen to on the radio is from the Bee Gees. And I think it was from Saturday Night Live, and it was called Sanity. What is sanity and to be insanity? Would you need to be sanitized? What does it mean to be sanitized? What must be done? The reality of words, languages, letters, shapes, and colors. Okay, if you say Ontario, I'll just say a bale of hay. Because in another language, in another place, in another world, based on something else, but in a different material world than us, that's what the reality is. You know what? I just saw this, that it's 7-7. I didn't see that before, 7-7. Wow. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Guys, girls, I owe you 3 minutes. I owe you 3 minutes. There's going to be a video that must be very precise in a very short period of time to make up for the last 3 minutes that I wasted your time, because that's what I believe I did, but I didn't at all. And I had to do this for me. So I'm going to note it. I'm going to note that on the video description so that everyone's aware I see what I saw. And tell me what you see, because I want to learn. I want to learn me. If somebody perceives me in a certain way, I want to say, all right, I got to understand that. Then I can have a better perception of something else based on somebody else's judgment. But in my reality, that's okay.